Hey guys,
Hey.
welcome to Happy Hour. I realized I didn't have the network bumper on there, but hey, it's Christmas.
Who needs it?
Two Americas. Hey, welcome to the Give Us a Shot Network Happy Hour, everybody. We haven't done one of these in a long time, so this is a very merry happy hour in the spirit of Christmas. I have the boss, Mike Powers, aka Black Excellence. You know what I'm saying? The prettier Corey Burt. And I am the Facebook felon Germ. So hey guys, how you doing?
I like how you are right in the middle here, and it's the combination of both Mike and mine's outfits is what you're wearing. It's like a love child of festive / stagehand. It's great.
Like an amalgam of everything that's going on. I like it.
Love it.
I'm a fan of Mike's all black, like killing the spirit of Christmas attire. He's like, you know what? Candy cane striping, nah. Santa hats, nah.
Yeah, it's been a bah humbug type of week. Still a little bit fighting the final stages of whatever I had. You guys called it flu pneumonia or whatever.
Flu-monia.
I never get sick, but when I get sick, like there's like, I don't know. It's epic, or I don't want to say words other than that.
Getting sick is like, it's weird. I too, I don't get, like, when I get sick, it's very rare, but when I get sick hard. That's how I know I'm sick. Like, I'm in bed for like 16 straight hours, but I heal fast, right? Like, it's usually just a day and then maybe like a follow-up day of just like a headache or maybe like a dry cough. But like that one day, I'm dead. Like, I'm like, yo, erase my browser history. Like, that kind of sick. Where I'm like, yo, I can't get up, and I don't know if I'm going to make it. So it's pretty fun.
I definitely tested the fate, or like, so I went from a sports card show to Jingle Ball. So like somebody around there got me messed up, or multiple people did. So it wasn't fun, but what is fun is being with you two boys. Merry Christmas. Very proud of everything we've done as a network this entire year. Shout outs to you, Germ, for keeping us afloat and always, keeping us towards that North Star, man. I appreciate you.
It's a team effort, man. Every time, all the time. I'm just a part of a
bench
group.
Players, and some of them are LeBron, but I get it. I'm
not
Carl.
Arguing.
What's up, Carl?
What's up, Carl? Faking cancer to get out of work. We're going to talk about that. This guy Carl's stressing us out in the group chat.
Yeah,
and I'm like, man, and I'm trying to be serious. Like, yo, if you're not feeling, if there's something, and I'm like, and I was dead serious for anybody. Like, if you have something that's not normal to your normal. Like, if your head hurts for like more than 4 days, that's not normal. Like, go see a doctor. Like, that's what you have insurance for. Yeah. And especially if something like grows out of your body that wasn't there before, how about you go to a doctor and stop asking us in the group chat? None of us know. Go to the doctor. And luckily it wasn't that. It was just Carl's baby gains finally. That's what happens when the bird chest becomes a form chest. It has to poke out a little bit. So
what did we call that? Bro MD? Is that what it was?
Yeah, Bro MD. Yeah, don't go to Bro MD. Go to the web, like WebMD. Go to
chest pics.
I'm like, dog. What do you want me to...
That's the only thing he doesn't have that looks very feminine on him is his chest.
Yeah, I'm like, dog. We're not House. We're not Dr. House. Like, go to the doctor for real. Like, we don't know what's happening here.
What did they always say it was on House?
Lupus.
Lupus.
Yeah, I'm like, what is it? Lupus. I should have said it was lupus.
It's lupus, bro. In his defense, like, as a child, like, he had like an ink cave there, like to the point where I could put my whole fist in there. It was disgusting. So like now it pops out, is like you said, he got some hair on his chest. So
well, good for him.
Which you wouldn't know from those pictures, because like it looked like an iron board that was waxed.
Yeah. Like, Carl, what are you doing? What are you spending that $10 a month at the gym for? Dude, it ain't just that. It ain't just
Carl,
that.
What was that?
This guy's. Hey, get off the ab swing, Carl. You got to get on the bench press a little bit.
Carl missed chest day.
So we're glad Carl's okay. We're just joking. We're having fun because we know it's not serious. But
if you're texting a group chat to diagnose you over just going to a doctor, you know what you're in for. That's it.
Time out. The first one of us that does bite the dust is going to get roasted the last like solid 6 months of their life. Just so you know, like if any of us get that, get that call to above.
Yeah.
It's gonna be like,
so I'm looking forward to all of you guys roasting me because I'm clearly the guy that's going to die first. Like I drink 17 energy drinks a day. I fight fire. A building's either going to fall on me or my heart's going to explode during coitus. One of the two is going to happen. I drank 5 energy drinks a day. You know? Yeah, for real. Hey, listen, you have to go out doing what you love.
It's got to be the equivalent of smoking like 10 packs of cigarettes too. Like honestly, some of the fires.
I've done the research on, now that's like, it's scary because now they're talking about, hey, the gear that comes from the manufacturer, like the carcinogen fighting stuff that's like built into the gear actually also gives you cancer. So it's like
everything does, dude.
I'm just like, all right, well, what do we do? I mean, just go out there and joggers or something. Like, what are we doing? Like, just wrap me up in aluminum foil and let's go. And so I'm kind of the, if I get it, I get it, man. I'm going back to like the 90s mindset where we were like drinking water out of random people's faucets. Like whoever had a garden hose at the side of their house, I'm drinking that water. So we didn't think about it back then. So I'm just going to adopt that mindset and go back to the 90s and just not think about it. And, you know, if it happens, it happens.
The only cancer we have over here on the divide is Corey. So.
I'm noticing that Corey is conveniently absent here. But it's okay. We have to pretend that he's the only one that has a kid and has to sacrifice time away from their family. He's new to it. I know, I get it. That's a new thing, but thank Corey. Thanks for being a team player. You too, Ty.
New to it.
I know you're not doing anything.
Aw.
Yeah.
We should try to tell
Ty's divorced. You have no family. Get over here.
You have no.
I can say that to him. He knows it. Oh no, Mike. Oh, no, not one that he like is like he's not doing anything right now. Like, come on, get on the pod. Get on here. He knows it. We
I do think
I wanted to come out there for Christmas
till Christmas
this year, but I ended up coming out for Thanksgiving.
Do we have some lag going?
Oh, that'd be dope.
Yeah,
good for him.
We got some lag going.
Got some lag going.
Maybe.
I think it's me.
No, I think it might be Germ.
Is it me?
It might be.
It's probably me because I'm confined up to my
normally. Like, can you?
Yeah, no, I can talk to you, Mike. I think I'm hearing you quicker than Germ is hearing us.
Okay.
That looks good.
Is my video frozen?
No, video's not frozen. I think it's just the audio.
Oh, it's just audio.
Now
no,
it
it's definitely me. I'm looking at it now.
Yeah, you're normal.
Oh, okay.
Now.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're good. We passed.
Well, so the problem is I told Ashley about the happy hour. I told her about the broadcast. And of course, she was like, oh, yeah, by the way, my cousin and her boyfriend and a bunch of people are coming over. And I'm like, oh, great. So then I tried to get my shit off and go to the firehouse because we have a whole side of admin offices that nobody's using at night. So I was like, oh, I'll just go to the firehouse and do the pod from one of the offices. And of course she goes, well, just do it upstairs. Nobody's going upstairs. Why do you got to leave? And it became a thing where it was like, now I'm trying to leave. And I'm like, well, yeah, I don't want to be here.
Yeah.
Like you're a bunch of people in the house.
You got to go to work.
I also like the problem is I'm a procrastinator. So like being sick for a solid week, I got no presents. I'm going to be that guy waking up at 5 a.m. tomorrow and going shopping, man. It sucks.
Oh,
but
no.
yeah, it's so any suggestions, anything, you know, and that includes painting stuff. Like, you know, I normally go over the top with that, you know, because my wife's not the greatest gift giver.
Well, it's not the gift giving, it's the kids. Yeah. Like the kids, everything is online now. Like my kids are all about their VR headset. So I have to spend real money so they can buy fake money to buy fake things on their VR headset. All they care about are V-Bucks for Roblox and, you know, money to load into their MetaQuest so they can go buy accessories for their avatar. So I told Ashley, I was like, you're wasting your money trying to buy them things. They're not going to use it. Like, just give them VR stuff, you know, maybe accessories, get them new controllers. Their controllers are a little beaten up, and just give them a bunch of money for their Roblox and they'll appreciate that. They don't care about nothing else. And I don't know, like, I'm weird with technology. I'm not one of those, oh my God, take away the tablets from the kids. Like, no, like there's TVs in the refrigerators now. Like you order McDonald's from tablets. Like it's the future. Like it's not going back. Like, maybe control what they have access to, right? Like, that's a different conversation. But I'm like, they don't care about toys, man. Kids don't play with toys anymore. Like that's like a baby thing, not like, EJ. He's 8 years old. Like he doesn't he has a bunch of toys in his room he never plays with. And I'm like, why are you guys looking to buy him more toys? He doesn't even play with the ones he has. Just get him some VR stuff, get him stuff for his Switch, and be done with it.
Yeah, and it's school too. They're quick to pop out those Chromebooks, bro. Teachers, they're very quick to do that. Not Lauren, she's a saint. But I'm talking about other teachers.
But
real teachers.
But for real though, it's built into their curriculum, because even my kids too, they get either Chromebooks or iPads as a part of their learning. So
yeah, it's mandatory. And all their creative writing and stuff is typed as opposed to really written nowadays too.
They don't teach cursive anymore for that.
Yeah, it's so funny. So when Peyton is asked to do things or edit her writing, she'll highlight the parts or put in bold that she adjusted, and I just crack up all the time because the teacher's like, it's kind of passive aggressive, but we get what she's doing. We're trying to tell her not to do it. It's so funny, just so they could see she made the proper edits. And
so, how do you feel about that though? The kids, to me, it's you're losing a skill. To me, learning handwriting, cursive, doing things by hand isn't really about, hey, I want to see how good your handwriting is. Scientific data proves that you commit more to memory when you write it out rather than type it out.
Yeah.
So especially at kids at a young age, elementary, all our kids are elementary, our young ones anyway, our elementary age, they need to be committing as much to memory as possible. The math that they're learning is totally different. The teacher sent back work telling me that the answer was wrong, or not the answer wasn't wrong,
but how they did it
was wrong. So it got marked wrong. And I said, don't you ever send this back telling me that lessening his grade. He got the answer. And not for nothing, I'm not trying to degrade you as a teacher. When he gets our age, he's going to use a calculator. So what you're teaching him is nonsense. And I was like, I don't understand this way you're teaching subtraction. I'm teaching him the way I know, because I can explain that. I don't know why are you breaking one number into 3 separate numbers to get back to one number? I don't know that. And I'm not doing it. So now she's been sending worksheets teaching me or teaching parents how to do it the new way. And I throw that shit right in the trash. No, thank you. I'm not you're not going to teach me how to teach my kid how to do long subtraction. Sorry.
Yeah, we have things called nonsense words. So they're words that don't mean anything. And my daughter's just like, I don't have time for that. If it's not a real word, I'm not pronouncing it. And I feel weird, you feel weird doing it. So it's a bone of contention with everything. But she excels at science, math. Her writing, she's a lefty. It's gonna be bad. What she did start doing is cursive, and because I let the teacher know that actually helped me get better handwriting. My handwriting's still trash. The minute they saw my handwriting, they're like, okay, Peyton's probably not going to get any better.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Wait, so this is in school, they have this nonsense word?
Yeah, dude, it's crazy. I've been waiting to talk to your wife just to see if it's something that, is normal in other. Yeah. So they have all these nonsense words. They're literally not real words, BOOL, and you got to pronounce it, right? Words that are not real, and they're trying to teach you how to sound it out. It makes no sense.
But what's the what would be the point to do that?
Dude, I'm trying to fight City Hall with before, it. It makes no sense. It makes no sense. And
the only thing I can think of is that you're trying to get them to differentiate what doesn't sound right. Like
but the problem is like, so the word lead and lead is the same word, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
so like you're just going to confuse them even more, right? Like that's just one example off the top of my head. Like that is also an HEAD word. So like just by changing the letter, like doesn't make it, it doesn't mean you pronounce it the same way. So, and those are called tricky words, by the way. So they have nonsense words and tricky words. And it's just like, dude, like, why are we overcomplicating this? You know? So,
well, so EJ, when he gets his spelling list in the beginning of the day, he also gets tricky words, but they're like, although, or like, you know what I mean? Like for a second, but he's in second grade. So their tricky words aren't,
Oh,
you know, but it's like, it's, you know, just like some compound words, like midnight is a tricky word because it's like it's 2 words or something like that. Or what was one the other day? Butterfly and sunflower. Like it's just elongated dual words or whatever it is. But yeah, this kid stuff. It's tough being a kid these days, man. I try to give him some slack. I hate man, when I was a kid, you know, this is the way it was done. And I'm like, well, yeah, things are different now. So you have to kind of, I believe that for certain things, but like these kids, things are just being learned and taught and everything different. And I hate it, man. 2 Americas, man. I wish I had my sounder because you know whose fault it is, Bert.
Liberal media.
Liberal media.
Yeah.
I used to have that on here.
The sounders are on the Stuff About Sports brand, and I didn't load him into this one, but it's all good. Anyway, so Christmas is, what's today? Today's Monday. Christmas is on Wednesday.
Yes, sir.
Christmas NFL, Christmas basketball. I don't think basketball enjoys Christmas moving into its turf.
Do we have Christmas NFL? We do have Christmas NFL.
Yeah, Steelers and Chiefs. It's on Netflix. So I don't care about the football part of it. I care about the Netflix part of it. Is that like, what's happening with?
We get 2 games. We get that, and then we get Ravens Texans too.
Yeah, but I don't like. Well, one, I don't like football on Christmas because Christmas is supposed to be the start of the NBA. Like from 12 to 10 p.m. I'm supposed to be watching basketball. I don't have time to check in on Steelers Chiefs. I've been a long proponent that the NBA should be starting on Christmas anyway. Like we don't need basketball from October to December. Let that be the preseason. That way the season off season is elongated. Players get more rest, especially nowadays where a lot of them are playing a lot of these rec leagues, summer leagues, and especially the growth of the G League. You know, you get some of the lesser players some more time, but nobody cares about basketball, and the season's too long, and half the players are sitting out half the season anyway. So for load management, so I think they should just cut 20 games off the season and just have a 66 or 68 game season instead of an 82, like they did in the COVID year, and that was way better basketball than we got in the 82 game season because Kawhi Leonard still hasn't played a game. You know what I mean? Like we're 3 months into the season and he hasn't played yet. So just cut the crap. I don't like that.
It's definitely a basketball type holiday. Like it sucks, like, you know, having football, honestly. Like we don't need it. Lakers Knicks, Lakers Heat, like you name it. At the time I could tell you like different Christmas days and how much better it was having, you know, basketball.
I mean, I get it if it lands on if Christmas lands on a Saturday or Sunday, then or even like a Thursday night, that's fine. But I don't know, Wednesday, because now we have Wednesday, Thursday. There's no games Friday, but then we start up Saturdays too, Saturdays, Sundays until the remainder of the season as well.
Yeah, so, I do like that because it means college ball is gone, and like I can't get down with all the creepos and weirdos that like maybe never went to college that are just like, you know,
diehards.
Yo, it's so nuts, man. It's just degenerate gamblers and like legit just weirdos, man. Like still going to you know, I don't know, a college they didn't even go to and like just cheering them on. I you know, it's cool to see the prospects and it's cool to see that. And I go to minor league games, but I'm not like a diehard minor league baseball guy. Like it's not like Trenton Thunder or die, like, you know. So it's just I can't get around it. I just can't. I could never wrap my head around it. I did enjoy watching Rutgers basketball.
Yeah.
But it was like 2001, and I was a sophomore in high school. Like, you know what I mean? And I'd go there and watch Quincy Doobie and stuff like that. But you know, I check on them, but I'm not like overly obsessed with them anymore, you know? So
yeah, I think college tournaments, like obviously March Madness, like Frozen Four, like, you know, like hockey, everything else. And of course, bowl games are huge too. The football thing, like, it's entertaining to me. It's just not something I closely follow. But I agree with you. I think if you went to the school, great. If you didn't and just have some weird liking to, then I do agree with you, Mike. It is a little bit odd, right?
Yeah. And then like just the fact that they're like, they take it way too serious. You saw Shane Gillis on College Game Day?
Yeah.
That's well, he was roasting the Indiana coach.
Yeah.
God, man.
He's
that's
like, now
so
we all get to pay our players. Like, even play. They called him Alabama Jones.
Alabama Jones. He was making jokes, and Nick Saban was he was completely just serious, as he always is.
Also, Bert, I got to shout you out, man, because at first I thought you just had a flannel on. That's a legit
Oh, no, it's a blazer.
Jacket. That's a blazer.
Yeah. Put some respect on his name.
Yeah.
Proud of you. I'm wearing a sweatshirt I got from Powerhouse from being behind the scenes. That's like, you know, so I'm the roadie right now.
I'm wearing a black
t-shirt. Any of you... Let's talk about Christmas. Did either of you watch Red One yet?
No,
not yet.
Okay,
I heard it was terrible. I've
heard mixed. I've heard recently some of the individuals that have watched it on Prime said it was good.
Ironically, it would have been better if it got a PG rating. Peyton loves it. What I don't like is the few subtle curse words, and there's not too many. There's not too many. But they drop some a-holes. They drop some. They're only allowed to say the F word once, and I didn't even hear it. But yeah, it's pretty solid. It's pretty solid. Santa is jacked.
J.K. Simmons, no?
Yeah, but like this is the most jacked you've ever seen him. So like, shout out to I texted Zach Clayton. We're doing a pod together in January. JWoww's fiance, and he's gonna get me jacked. And I was like, I want to be Santa Claus jacked, bro. So that's coming to a podcast near you. Shout outs to Zach too. It was his birthday yesterday.
Nice.
So
Happy birthday.
Yeah, man. So I was like, this is what I want to be. I want to be that Santa guy. Like, it'd just be funny. I'm here to show you radio ads.
I do want to watch it though, because when you guys know I travel for work. When I was in London at the beginning of November, that's when they had the premiere in London. So while I'm working and I get the social feeds, like The Rock and like Dwayne Johnson and Chris Evans and Lucy Liu are like literally not even half mile from my hotel, like doing some sort of thing on the Thames and stuff like that. And then when we were coming home, flew home an early Saturday, Lucy Liu was actually right in front of us going through security, which was wild. I had no idea it was her until like she turned around and she was with like some sort of airport official. And I was like, why is this airport official walking somebody through security? This is weird. And turns out it was her at like 6:30 in the morning. So I should check out the movie to see, how she did. But
we'll probably watch it at the Firehouse tomorrow.
It got dogged once it hit theater. Like, everybody was just like, "Oh, this is not good." But then, like my brother Jay just watched it with his son, and he was just like, "Yo, this is pretty good."
Right.
So,
it's not $500 million good, right?
No.
Like,
I don't know. Yeah, what people were expecting.
And talk like it's crazy because the top 3 most grossing Christmas movies is The Grinch with Jim Carrey is number 1. And then number 2 and number 3 is Home Alone 1 and 2. So like it's like you knew the fight was already against you making a Christmas movie. Like I don't know. It's just it's
damn
cool.
Santa Claus is in the top 3.
Exactly. Like so. No, it's not. You can fact check that if you want.
That's a solid top 3 though. Honestly.
Right. But what I will share is my daughter was obsessed with the Jim Carrey one.
Yeah.
She has now moved on to the Pharrell one. She thinks it's so much better.
The Illumination one, right? Like the newer,
the one with Benedict Cumberbatch.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep. Yeah. And Pharrell did all the music. It's so much better, and she's right. And it's got Keenan from Keenan and Kel as like the
little stooge helper guy. Yeah.
I love it.
The top 10 highest rated Christmas films. Y'all guys want to give it a go? I got a list here.
Let's go. Wait, hold on.
You're guessing, and I'm going to tell you.
Mike just named 3. Are they truly the top 3?
All right, give me Mike. Give me the 3 that you had.
Rated, it was Home Alone. Or grossing?
Rated. So I guess
rated.
Okay, so it's
the highest rated.
Okay, so
these are like real ratings, so not personal ratings. No. So I will tell you, and I'm already going to disagree with this list. That Home Alone is not on the top 10.
Wow. Elf is top 3.
Elf is not on the list.
What? Is the Santa Claus on there?
These are out of
Christmas or whatever.
I guess this is IMDb, like out of 100, or this is like Metascore, like the critics, the real critics. So put yourself in like the critics' shoes.
Yo, everybody gives Christmas Vacation way too much props, so of course it's going to be up there.
Christmas Vacation. No, National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation is not on there.
What about Love Actually?
When does this list come out? No, this list is new because there's the number 1 movie is from 2019. Actually, there's 2 2019 Christmas movies on here. What did you just say, Bert?
Love Actually.
No.
What? Wow. So 2019 Christmas movie. The only thing I can think of is that animated Grinch.
No, that came out in 2018, I think. Frozen 2 at number 10 is 2019.
That's not a Christmas movie.
White Christmas, the 1954 original, number 9. A Christmas Story, 83, number 8. Miracle on 34th Street, the original, 47 one. A Muppet Christmas Carol, 92.
Okay, I respect that. Yeah.
Scrooge. Die Hard.
Dope. That was dope.
Die Hard at number 4.
Yep.
Nightmare Before Christmas at number 3. It's a Wonderful Life and Klaus. So I've never heard of half of these movies.
Wow.
I don't know what a lot of them are. And thank you. And my wife just handed me I don't know what it is.
Sniff it. Did
you buy it?
What is
buy
this?
That mug yourself?
Oh, it's more mimosa. And then my best dad ever mug.
Yeah.
I thought.
Guys, I might get my penis touched tonight. So
I was like, oh my God, it's poison.
Well, first off, I was going to freak out because like you already kicked me up here. Why are you coming into the room?
Yeah.
I don't know what it says the top 10 highest rated Christmas films are. I don't like that list. I don't care about that. I never heard of half of those movies. So I don't know what rated means. So I'm just going to tell you my top 5 favorite. Jack Frost.
Yeah.
With Michael Keaton. Home Alone's on. And this is no order. I don't have an order. But these are the ones I watch every year. Home Alone, Jack Frost. I watch Bad Santa every year. I think I love that movie. I do watch The Grinch every year. And then who doesn't watch Charlie Brown's Christmas? Those are my favorite. I don't have any other. I mean, there's other ones that I watch, and I'll watch like Red Ones. I don't see myself watching Red One every year. You know what I mean? Like I don't see myself watching like Fred Claus or like even the Santa Claus with Tim Allen. I know they made like a bunch of them. I've only seen each of them once. They're not movies, and I know people love them, especially the original or the first one. Yeah. I just don't go back to it every year like I go back to some of these other ones.
I'm happy that Red One is going to replace the Christmas Chronicles for my daughter because she's obsessed with the Christmas Chronicles.
That was a good one, though.
Yeah, I've just watched it way too much.
Yeah.
So I'd be happy to watch, because it's Chris Evans. It's the chick that played Sabrina in the Netflix thing. There's, obviously, we talked about the other Lucy Liu. There's a ton of people in there, but I want to share 3 of my favorite movies to watch during this time. 4 Christmases.
Carl just dropped that.
Is amazing. Carl and I quote it all year long. It's like, I don't want to speak ill of your mother, but she's nothing more than a common.
What? So remind me. I know the title. Who's in it? Who is that? That's Vince Vaughn.
Witherspoon and Vince Vaughn.
That's right. And they go and visit each other. Every parent is divorced, so they have to go to each parent's house, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
4, but they always would go on vacation and lie and say they had to work, and then they got caught in the airport wearing their Hawaiian stuff. So their flight got delayed, so then they had to go to all the Christmases. you know, she ends up like thinking she's pregnant, and he's like, "You pulled the goalie." Like it was just, it's such a great movie. The Night Before, Seth Rogen, the dude from 30 Rock, the kid, I always forget his name, and who else? Captain America, the real Captain America, not Chris Evans, the real one. Michael, no, not Michael. What's his?
There was another Captain America other than Chris Evans?
No, not Chris Evans. Our current Captain America.
Oh, Anthony Mackie.
Oh, Anthony Mackie.
Yeah.
Did you call him the real Captain America?
That's my Captain
Oh
America.
my God! Nobody wants to see Bird Captain America.
Oh, Captain, my Captain.
You're gonna go see the new Captain America? Brave
I
New
definitely
World?
am. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, me too. I'm bullshit.
Yeah, I'm so excited. I think, he's definitely made that role as enticing as possible.
Yeah.
You know, Chris Evans, like, honestly, like, when he was Justice League, he was even in Red One, he's kind of like like, you know, like he's not a great actor. Like, so
Who, Chris Evans?
Yes, he was lucky that he had the Captain America role.
The movie Snowpiercer
is very bland. So now that I've gotten a taste of somebody else in that role, I'm kind of digging him. And, you know, he's a badass, and, you know, he doesn't take the serum, so he's even more of a Captain America in my eyes.
I would introduce you to the movie Snowpiercer, sir, and another gem from 2017 called Gifted, where he plays a dad to a mathematically gifted daughter. That was one of his best roles, so I don't like that. I do have two outside looking ins before I get to Bert. Batman Returns.
Yes,
it's a Christmas movie.
Yep, it is.
If you're gonna argue with me about Die Hard, then Batman is 100% a Christmas
Merry
movie.
Christmas, Alfred.
Oh, he does say that, right?
Say that, yep.
How do you not like that? And then fuck, I just had it. Nightmare Before Christmas. I'm sorry. There we go.
Nightmare Before Christmas for me, I think, because everybody starts watching it in Halloween. I always associate it with like,
yeah, it's like that in between
Halloweenish type movie, and then I get it rolls into Christmas, but I mean, yeah, it can be for both, but I don't know. By the time Christmas rolls around, we're watching Home Alone is like my kids' favorite 1 and 2. I didn't tell them that they make more Home Alones after that because none of them matter. My nephew was over right after Thanksgiving, and he's like, "Can we watch Home Alone 5?" And I was like, "Dude, there's no such thing as a Home Alone 5." He goes, "Yeah, there is. I'll show you." And he showed me. I was like, "Yo, we're not watching this. This is trash. This is awful."
Did
they
you
stopped
see
making
the
them after 2.
Did you see the petition?
No.
To have Macaulay Culkin reprise, like to reboot Home Alone.
Yeah.
And have him reprise his role, but nobody like even pays it. Like nobody.
Oh, that's right. Nobody addressed the fact that he's older.
40 plus. Yeah. Like they just still treat.
I love it.
Have you guys seen Rise of the Guardians? It's the one with Santa Claus, the Easter Bunny, the Sandman.
I think so.
We end up watching that every Christmas because Amani loves it. It was one that came out when she was like a baby, but like every time she sees it, she wants to watch it. It's not explicitly a Christmas movie, but it does take place in like wintertime. And Santa's obviously one of the main, I think he's like the leader of the Guardians, I guess. It's really about Jack Frost and them, fighting the nightmares. But if you haven't seen that, it's a very good movie. I actually love it. I'm really upset that they didn't make another one because it's something that they can obviously make. But it has like the Tooth Fairy. But like I said, it's not explicitly a Christmas movie, but because it takes place in wintertime and they kind of use Santa Claus and Christmas as like a launching pad, I'm going to throw it in there as well.
The Night Before is a good one.
Yes.
Like for adults, obviously. Definitely one of my favorites. I like watching like Just Friends, which I know is not explicitly a Christmas movie, but takes place during Christmas time. It's super cheesy, but it's Ryan Reynolds comedy, so to speak. Elf is huge in our house too. Fred Claus is a good one as well.
Another Vince Vaughn joint.
Yeah, Vince. I mean, he doesn't miss, man. Well, I'm telling you.
That's the other thing. Like, we're not talking about it because I think they over diluted it, and that's the Santa Claus. Like
that's still a good one. Yeah,
it's a great
the original though. You know what I mean?
Yes,
right.
Yes, yeah.
They overdid it, and now it kind of, like you don't really talk about it as much.
I know like the Polar Express is popular, but it's like I don't watch it.
Jingle All the Way.
Yeah, I like that one.
My brother likes that.
I'm gonna tell y'all right now. I might get some flack for this, but A Christmas Story, overrated. It's overrated. It's terrible, bro. It doesn't hold. Well, I don't know if it's terrible. It doesn't hold up. And of course, damn, I got a text message, and I'm ashamed that I didn't mention this. Friday After Next is a Christmas movie. Money Mike. The whole thing is about a Christmas party. And what did you say? Overrated? It's
underrated.
Not
I said
underrated. Yeah. I was about to say it may not be the best of the Fridays, but it's still really good. Like as usually the third movie by a trilogy is kind of jumping the shark, but Friday After Next is a classic, and it's definitely a Christmas movie. I should have thought about that. We watch that every year too. I don't know why I didn't think about. I don't know why. Maybe it's because it's Friday. I don't know, but I enjoy Friday After Next. We watch it again, an adult thing, but it's still a fun Christmas movie.
What was it? The Bad Moms 2? Wasn't that? Didn't they turn that into a Christmas movie?
I think that was, yeah.
Yeah, because it was one of those where I don't think it was a Christmas movie, but it's centered around like their shenanigans are around Christmas, right? Like dealing with Christmas shopping and a bunch of stuff.
Mom stuff.
I enjoyed Bad Moms though. Like we watched that. That was one of those like
funny. It was a funny movie.
It was funny. Also 8 Crazy Nights, the Adam Sandler. I'm not an Adam Sandler fan. I think Adam Sandler is terrible.
No.
However, I don't know. Yeah, Adam Sandler has like 3 good movies. The rest of them are all the same. And I don't think he's funny.
He's the Santa Claus of Hanukkah though. Like you have to give him that. Like he's got the best. He's got the top 4 best Hanukkah songs.
That's
and
true.
The top and the best.
Well, he is Jewish. He is Jewish, so I get it. Yeah. He should be good at Hanukkah songs. The fact that he made a good Christmas movie with 8 Crazy Nights and it's animated makes it even better. I crack up every time I watch that movie. It's probably the easiest. It's probably the funniest Adam Sandler movie he has. I don't enjoy, like, I'm not a Billy Madison fan. Big Daddy's okay. Mr. Deeds, I enjoy Mr. Deeds. I thought Mr. Deeds is funny. So that one, and then of course Waterboy is a classic. But like all his other movies, I'm not really a fan of. Like, matter of fact, the movies I do like of him are the movies that aren't comedies. Like Click, it's not really a comedy. No, I enjoyed Click. I enjoyed Spanglish. I enjoyed the Hustle movie that he.
You might be
the
only person that enjoyed Spanglish. You might be.
Well, Salma Hayek was in it, so
yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what the movie is about. I just know she was there. There's some English, some Spanish. I don't know. Something was going on, but I like actors who delve into outside of what their roles are. Like Jim Carrey, I enjoy 23. It was a convoluted movie, and it took me like 5 times to watch it to understand. Like I had to watch the YouTube like explaining this, that, and the other, and it took me like 4 times to understand the movie. But I enjoyed when actors go out of their normal roles, and not even going out of his normal roles. I took EJ to see Sonic 3 the other day. Hey, Sonic 3, amazing.
Good.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Amazing movie. I mean, at the end of the day, it's Sonic, so I'm not expecting like Schindler's List type drama. Like, I'm not expecting like a theatrical. Like Scorsese's not going to like it, but I thought it was really good. I'm not really a big fan of. You know what they do well? I'm not a fan of the animated with human movie stuff. Like if you're making a cartoon into a movie, just make it cartoonish or make it 3D, make it, don't put real humans in it. Like I don't understand that. You know what I mean? Like Mario is perfect. It was set in the real world and then they took him to a world, but it was all animated. Like it wasn't like a thing. I think that's why like Despicable Me's and all that, all the Illumination, most of the Illumination stuff is popular like that. But like Sonic, when I saw it, I was like, damn it, they're mixing human beings. When they did that with Garfield, it was terrible. What's another one? There was another
Alvin
one.
And the Chipmunks. Not good.
Alvin and the Chipmunks. They did a Yogi Bear movie. They did Woody Woodpecker, like all of it. I was like, this sucks. Like if they're animated characters, just make it animated. Everything doesn't have to have a human in it. This one is done really well though.
Yeah, what I'm excited about right now is beating Mufasa. So like, like Sonic 3 is beating Mufasa. So like my inner child's like very excited about that because like, I didn't care about the Lion King on Sega Genesis. I cared about Sonic 1, 2, and 3. You know,
Yeah.
so
no one needed a Mufasa movie. No one.
No, Disney.
So,
did. Well, they didn't.
Brad,
They did.
Brad, what up, my guy? So the streets have been in an uproar when they found out that Mufasa was the adopted one and not Scar.
Yeah.
Now I kind of get it, you know. And supposedly in the premise, are you guys planning to see Mufasa?
Absolutely not. No.
Okay.
No.
So basically, you know how Scar in Lion King got the wildebeest stampede
to
kill Mufasa. Well, in the Mufasa movie, basically Scar had a crush on Mufasa's soon-to-be wife, whose name was Sarabi. Obviously, Scar was chasing her, and she was single, and something accidental happened where another wildebeest thing happened, and Mufasa damn near sacrificed himself to save her when Scar froze up. So that's how she ended up dating and marrying Mufasa.
Whoa.
So I'm kind of like, yo, so Mufasa was the adopted one. Mm-hmm. His family got wiped out, and Scar's pride adopted Mufasa as his brother, and then Mufasa took his girl and his tribe. I kind of get it, man. Like,
it's a true origin, like
it's a
story.
True villain arc. It's a true villain arc, and like, I'm not a fan. I think Bert, me and you have talked about this. I am not a fan of these companies. I'm looking at you, Sony. Stop making these villain movies without the superhero in it.
Yeah,
I don't care about Kraven the Hunter's dad kicking his ass and making him mean. Mm-hmm. Dog, he's Kraven the Hunter. I don't need him to be a hero. Venom movie. Like, what are you gonna make a Lex Luthor movie without Superman? Like, stop making villain the Joker, Kraven. We don't want Morbius. We don't want these villain movies.
Awful.
It's god awful. Now, the good news is Kraven did so bad that Sony was like, all right, maybe we should stop now. Like, Madam Web wasn't good enough for you. Like, Venom has gotten consistently worse since it's come out. Like, the first one was cool.
Wait, Kraven came out already?
Yeah. And it's already getting pulled out of theaters. It's been out for like a week and a half. It sucks. And thank God I have a jailbroken Fire Stick and I can watch these things without spending my money. Because I'll watch the bootleg, and then if it's good, then I'll go out and see it. And it's, I'll give them my money. But I'm not spending any more money on these movies. Stop making villain movies. I don't want to stop making villain movies, because they're not doing bad stuff. They're doing it, they're doing good stuff, and they're trying to like make it seem like, well, I'm bad, but I'm going to do this one good thing because it serves me. Like, no, like Kraven the Hunter's a bad guy, man. Like, I don't need his origin story. Like, he's bad. And I don't understand I don't know why Sony keeps doing it when they could just make more money by selling its rights back to Marvel, so Marvel can loop this guy into the next Spider-Man movie. It just doesn't make sense, but I digress. That's Mufasa.
Dude, when I first saw the trailer for Kraven, I was like, here we go again. I was like, they're just going to mess this up even more. Unless, look, I get wanting to introduce a new character, and Kraven's super badass in the comics, but like Jerm, like you said, I don't care. I don't care to know this backstory. All I need to know is how pissed he is at Spider-Man, why, and when they're going to fight. That's it.
All Kraven is he's a hunter. He wants to hunt Spider-Man because he's a prize. He's the ultimate prize. That's his backstory. That's all I need to know about Kraven the Hunter. I don't care that his dad kicked his ass when he was a kid and made him kill a lion, and then the lion's tainted spiritual blood made him like have superpowers, which is also like BS. Kraven is just dope. Like, and then he experimented on himself later. I stop changing these characters. Stop making them different than what we know. These movies, these aren't TV shows where like you can change from week to week. We wait years for these movies. Stop changing it. We want it the way it was delivered to us in our youth. I don't understand that fascination with some of these studios, and now they're doing it again to one of our other beloveds, Superman. Hey, shout out to all 900 of you that keep commenting on the Superman reaction video I did. Hey, that movie looks like a 2-pack of ass. Enough, James. It stinks. It stinks. The costume sucks. The actors suck. They're all a bunch of TV actors. That nobody wants. James Gunn sucks, y'all. Y'all let he's living off the first Guardians of the Galaxy movie, the only good one of the three. Okay, the first one. The second one was ass. The third one was ass. All of it was garbage. He sucks. And on top of it, he's a pedophile. I don't care what anybody says. Go back and look at his tweets. He is. He's a creep. He keeps casting his wife in every single movie he's in. No, shout out to him. That's what he's supposed to do. But you're like, stop putting her in stuff. Stop putting everybody, all your friends, all you're doing is putting friends in stuff. You make Crypto look like a lap dog. You turn Crypto into a lap dog. And then we find out that it's because your dog looks like that's your dog. It's not even Crypto. Crypto is a white Labrador retriever. He's supposed to be a badass dog. And you turned him into a lap dog. And he's going to be the best part of the movie. I'm telling you right now. He's going to go out of his way to make the dog. Superman's going to get his ass kicked all movie. And at the final scene, the dog's just going to jump out of nowhere and bite whoever the monster is in the butt. And then Superman's going to deliver the final blow. And it's going to be because of the stupid little dog. Screw you, James Gunn. You're ruining everything. He's sick of him. Sick of James Gunn.
I will say it's tough for a new Superman movie to come out and for everybody to be on board with it. And every Superman is going to be compared to the last one. So like there's Christopher Reeve, who did a good job. And then what's his face? Brandon
Routh.
Yeah. Who I thought, wasn't terrible. It's what you expect out of a Superman. He's not a complex character. He's not. What I will say with this one, you're going up against a phenomenal. There is no bad part of Man of Steel that Zack Snyder did.
Classic.
Henry Cavill, dude, the suit, the build, he turned what is, for all intent and purpose, a boring superhero in Superman into this complex character. And I think largely goes in part to the writing, as well as you have Kevin Costner as, he plays Jonathan Kent, and just everything building on it, and then of course building into like Batman vs Superman and Justice League, which we know Justice League was absolute trash until they released the Snyder cut, and even then it was like, all right, it's too long, I get it, there could have been a better antagonist and so on. This Superman film, it looks like James Gunn's work, and not that that's ever a bad thing, because he did great work with Guardians. I like the second one. The third one was but the issue I have with it is it looks like Superman and Friends. There's a lot. It's what James does, which is introduce a lot of characters, and I'm sure they all have roles. Like you saw Green Lantern, you saw Hawkgirl, you saw everything, but and I get it was a teaser, but you don't know. So who is the main antagonist? I saw Lex Luthor. I saw two different giant monsters. One of them looked like a floating eyeball. I saw this metamorpho guy or whatever it is that you had said it was. So I'm sure we're gonna get more in other trailers, but to me, it's like, I just don't know where we are in the storyline of Superman and where it jumps in. We saw what we think is Jonathan Kent, right? Who's sitting next to outside of his Kansas home. We know he works already at the Daily Planet. We've seen a Lois Lane. We see them shacking up too. So is this further into the relationship? Is it still kind of new? We don't know where it is. But if it's another Suicide Squad James Gunn where they're fighting a giant monster or eyeball or whatever, it's not gonna land well. It's just not we saw Ultraman, or what we think is Ultraman, this paradigm Superman. I don't know. I have my doubts about it, only because it's so tough to move on from Henry Cavill. Not that this Superman looks bad. He looks like Superman. The suit I think is but it's it's comic book accurate. I just truly hope it's not kind of like a jokey Guardians type movie, but it looks like it might be. Yeah, and I love Nathan Fillion, but having him play Guy Gardner, I'm like, come on.
He looks like a doof.
I think he's supposed to, but it's just weird.
Yeah, one of my favorite quotes is Batman asking Superman, "Do you bleed?" Right? So to see him in the opening scene bleeding, I'm already. That's where it lost me. That's where the trailer lost me. I was like, yo, you can't show him at his lowest point. And then he calls a wired hair fox terrier that just, won the freaking dog show on Thanksgiving to drag him through the snow, and not even it'd be one thing if the dog picked him over and flew away, but the dude's dragging him in the snow, take me home, all right, you'll be there in 4 years. I don't understand.
So even the trailer. And I think that was the biggest criticism of Snyder's, and even Joss Whedon's Justice League. It was convoluted, but the trailer looks convoluted. like what's going like who is Superman fighting? Corporate America, the Taliban, the giant monsters. They were all in the
media.
They were liberal media. They were all in the trailer. Like, and there were cool shots, right? The kid praying to Superman in the middle of a conflict. Like that's what Superman is to people, right? Like dope. You know, the shot, but it's like it's not even that. Yes, a lot of people wanted Zack Snyder to continue his work without the interference with the studio, because that was the main problem. That's why they ended up releasing the Snyder Cut, because the studio, I mean, you know, his daughter committed suicide, so he had to step away, but the studio wasn't willing to give him time to heal and finish his movie. They just brought in Joss Whedon to butcher it.
Yeah.
So then that was a disaster. Instead of waiting and they didn't want to push the movie back, which they should have done. Then he had to hurry up and rush his Snyder Cut and deliver, you know, he said,
and he couldn't reshoot anything. He just had to take what he had.
And kind of, and then so they wouldn't even let him reshoot it. It was like a whole thing. And I'm like, but now you move on to this, and it's like, you know, all right, James Gunn. Oh yeah, we talked to Henry Cavill. We wanted a younger, better Superman, you know, in terms of a story we're telling. David Cornsweat's not that much younger than Henry Cavill, and Henry Cavill doesn't look old. And the guy looks like a dollar store generic ripoff of Henry Cavill. Like, you can't tell me you didn't want Henry Cavill, the guy who perfectly looks like Superman, and sub him with somebody who looks like he's trying to win a Henry Cavill lookalike contest. It doesn't work that way.
Yeah, and that's the other thing. Like, why can't it be a different story and still be the same actor? Like, why do they?
Cavill even said that. He's like, I would like to play Superman a little bit differently, but like people wanted him. There was like, even Brandon Routh, Superman Returns. People got to remember, Brandon Routh was supposed to be Christopher Reeve Superman. He wasn't supposed to be his own Superman. He was a slave to the writing, like whatever story they gave him. And I think he did well with what they gave him. But
for that movie, for sure. We went to like Atlantic City together, IMAX or something, right?
And it still had one of the best superhero scenes ever when he's with the plane, right?
The plane, yeah.
That's the best part of the movie. And so that was a true Superman moment. But you know, if you're gonna move on, like Bert was saying, from Henry Cavill, the perfect picture Superman, and you move on to him, you better make sure this guy tops it. The suit, everything about the movie looks like a downgrade. It looks, for a movie that has a huge budget, supposedly 360 million. James Gunn said that's not true, but he never said what the budget was, which leads me to believe it is true. Because if it was in the budget, tell us what the budget is, because your movie looks bad. It looks like it looks like a TV show. It does. Like, even there, it looks, and maybe it's not finished. Maybe a lot of the CGI doesn't look right, but the suit looks bad. The suit looks like a cosplay.
Yeah. A lot of people were complaining because the suit, it's like it's very similar to a Marvel style suit where, like, you know, yes, it's kind of true to comics, but it looks baggy. It looks like it's more functional, and people were just like you know,
right? Yeah.
David Corder said, yeah, he was working out. He has this great physique, but it's like kind of hidden by this suit. And look, maybe James Gunn is in charge of that entire universe right now, so maybe it plays into like something bigger. Maybe this movie is like a part of like a setup, but man, I don't know. I hope they prove us wrong. I would love an entertaining DC movie. You know, it's just I honestly, since Snyderverse, I just haven't really seen it.
That's because they haven't let him do it. Like, between Man of Steel and Batman vs Superman and Justice League, both the Snyder cuts, because even Batman vs Superman, if you watch the Snyder cut of it, it's a totally different movie, because there's a lot of key details that were cut from the original film. So you kind of have to watch the director's cut of both. And after that, and then Wonder Woman, he kind of had a hand in. And that's why it's not a shocker that the first one's better than the other two.
The first Wonder Woman's good. Second one, terrible.
And because Snyder
through it, I stopped watching the second.
It's awful. And Aquaman, Snyder had a little bit of hand in the first one, which is why the first one was really good. But then the second one,
I heard it was terrible.
The second one's terrible. It honestly, the second one looked like this James Gunn trailer. Like, you can tell when they're behind a green screen. Shout out to Mike Hughes, downtown Chicago. Out there, what are you, drinking your sorrows away? The Chicago Cubs losing all their players. Crazy. But yeah, I love superhero movies. I do get the superhero fatigue. I think the problem is the fatigue is because the movies have been bad. And so James Gunn, one more thing, because Bert, when you mentioned the suit, I would be okay if it looked baggy and looked like that if the suit was homemade. It looks like it's an alien suit. So why does it look like that? Like, I can understand it if it was a comic book accurate, hey, my mom made it for me. Then I get some of but it looks like it's an alien suit. So it shouldn't look like that to me. And so I don't know, man. It's strange. Are we still talking about the second best superhero brand? I would hazard to guess that the 3 best DC characters are better than the 3 best Marvel characters.
Yes, like all around and notoriety.
Yeah, I would assume Superman
20-year movies, but like hierarchy 100%. Like Iron Man couldn't touch freaking Batman
but that's because Iron Man wasn't even an A-list Marvel. Like, if you're talking about the 3 most popular Marvel characters, it's Wolverine, Spider-Man, and probably the Hulk, right? So up against Batman, Superman, and like the Flash or Wonder Woman,
wherever else you want.
Yes, Wonder Woman's probably the 3rd most popular. Like, you know what I mean? Like, so I Batman and Superman, there's not a 2 better in Marvel. So right there, you're lost, right? Like, in terms of, and that's true. But the problems with the movies is Marvel had the benefit of having one person over the entire thing. Now the movies lately haven't been very good, but I think Marvel made a mistake by trying to pump out too many movies in the same year. Mike Hughes told you to crack a smile, Bert. He's looking up stuff. There you go.
Oh, bro,
we're looking up Marvel power rankings here. It's just crazy. Like, I hope I hope it flops. Well, here's the other thing. James Gunn's allowing Robert Pattinson's Batman and like the Joker with Joaquin Phoenix to exist while he's in charge, and he's labeling them Elseworlds titles, right? Like a whole division of standalone, not connected to his universe. So why can't Snyder have that and finish his Justice League? You know why? Because he's scared. He knows that the Snyder movies are going to be better than anything that he can produce. And I think he's being petty, and he doesn't want to give that any more credence. He doesn't want to give it any more shine, because what's the harm in letting Snyder finish his movie? He only needs Man of Steel 2, the Batman movie with Ben Affleck, and then the Justice League 2 and 3 to finish. That's 4 movies. Why not give it to him? Why not? But I think it's because he's scared, to be honest with you.
Yeah, he doesn't want the competition. He doesn't want people pointing and saying that version is better than what he's doing. Plain and simple.
That's even more proof that Snyder should be making his movies. But I hope I wish they would just sell the rights. Let Netflix. You know what I mean? Netflix already offered, like, hey, we'll host these movies. I just want somebody super rich that's a Snyder fan to just be like, yo, I'll pay for everything. We'll just release it for free as like a fan film. Like, you know what I mean? And I'll just pay everybody. I'll just pay for the whole shit. I wish somebody, come on, Elon or Bezos, one of y'all got the money for it. Y'all got some spare change in the couch to let it happen. But
here's a question I got for you guys. Okay. Christmas Eve, is it better than Christmas Day?
Well, I guess it depends on your family tradition, right? Like, we like to play games, and we do the dinner on Christmas Eve here, and then Christmas Day is big breakfast, presents, and then everybody get out of my face and go home and never come back.
Right.
I prefer the dinner and games as opposed to the present opening, because it's just a process.
Me too.
Because then I gotta, so I do enjoy Christmas Eve more, for sure.
Yeah, I agree.
Same tradition, same thing here. Also, the suspense of what's in the presents, as opposed to the actual opening up and, either feeling like a jerk because, I got Bert socks and he got me a freaking, vacation to the Bahamas. But
that's sick.
There's never a time where like you feel like, I don't know, either you overdid it, right, or you underdid it, and like it's always like, damn, like how do I get them back? And then it's like, and if you underdid it, you
Look at him.
Yeah, I'm dying, guys. Like,
Yeah, I love it.
You risked the chance of like the guy next year being like, you know what, we're not gonna exchange gifts anymore. So like you always want to overdo it, but then not creep your friend out. So yeah,
but that's why the precedent
is tough.
That's why the precedent has to be set, though. It's like, all right, this is $100 limit, dog. You know what I mean?
To quote Four Christmases, where did you get an Xbox for $5?
They I mean, it's free when the window's open. So yeah, I like here. Well, I work Christmas Eve, but generally, yeah, and so my mother-in-law hides all the gifts, so we don't even see the gifts at the place. And then like once the kids all go to bed, then we have to like scurry out and go grab all the gifts from whoever's house or wherever storage unit they're stashed at, and then we got to load them up and do it. So like I don't go to bed until like 2 a.m. and then of course the kids are up at fucking 7, 8 o'clock. Yeah, and now we got to go over there and you know do the whole thing. And I'm like, man, this sucks. So because yeah, if we go over there, so like now we've had the idea of now we have to we'll set the gifts up, but now we got to do the dinner and everything at somebody else's house. Then we're doing the gift opening. So I'm at work, so I said, y'all can have the dinner here because I'm not going to be there. Because if I was there, then I don't want the dinner to be here because I don't want a bunch of people in my house. But if I'm not there, then I don't care. But yeah, because there's like a 6-person minimum at my house when I'm home. It's too many people
at all times.
At all times, yeah. And there's 5 of us that live here, so we only allow 1 guest. Sorry, you guys are gonna have to. You guys are gonna have to just wait outside and take turns. No friends. Yeah, no friends at all.
Love it.
But yeah, that's a Christmas tradition here, man. Y'all ready to get up out of here?
Yeah. Thanks for doing this. This is great.
This is therapy for me. You have no idea. We don't have to come up here and talk about nothing. You guys are the best. You guys make my days easier. Especially with my job and the BS I got to deal with, and everybody deals with BS at their job. Just Bert does, and Mike. All our BS is just different, but it's still BS, none the same. And I think doing this with you guys throughout the course of the year 2024 for the network has been good. We gained a bunch of new followers, a bunch of new people that are vested into what we do here at the Give Us a Shot Network. Shout out to all of our podcasts. Shout out to JT and the Don. Shout out to Mike Hughes, the Shy Kid. Shout out to Dwayne Marcus. Obviously Mike and Corey on the Divide, me and Bert here at Stuff About Sports. We are looking forward to 2025, doing more big things, forging more relationships and partnerships, and seeing what's next for the Give Us a Shot Network. I'm not saying we're going to revive Girls Gone Wild, but it's in the works. No, I'm joking.
Find out next.
No, but hey, listen, every day you guys comment on our. That's why we do it, man. If y'all going to keep commenting and y'all going to keep, being invested in what we give out, we're going to keep doing it. Mike's killing it over there, doing his thing, pulling double duty for the network and for iHeart. Shout out to you. Thank you for spearheading this entire thing for us. Shout out to Ty for working behind the scenes. Shout out to Carl for being the idea guy. Shout out to Corey for just showing up. Sometimes. Shout out to Bert for keeping me sane, making sure we don't get canceled.
Sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes. Yeah, sometimes. And shout out to me for making graphics.
Yeah. Shout out to Germ for holding it together. The glue.
We love you, brother. Thank you.
No. Yes, sir.
No, honestly, I'm thankful for you, the 2004 New York Mets, and the future of this network. So it's been a wild ride. Thank you, Steve Cohen, for giving me Juan Soto. Thank you, God, for at age 14 introducing me to Jamal Edwards. So
thank you, man.
I love you, brother.
Love you too, Bert.
You're okay too, man.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Love you guys. Have a Merry Christmas, and we'll see you all next year.
Hey, Hillary Duff, come holla at the Give Us a Shot Network. We miss you.